Welcome to Online Yoga with Baja Surf Yoga. Today we'll be side bending and twisting and working our way up to a bound half moon pose and revolved half moon. And we'll begin seated on the knees, on the shins in Virasana, Hero's Pose. So with knees together, sit the hips back in between the heels, or sit onto a block or a pillow or a bolster, or sit onto the heels if that feels more comfortable in your body. Most importantly, spine up tall, chest open, shoulders relaxed. Close the eyes and just spend a few moments with your breath. Check in with how the body is feeling right here, right now, and set intention based on what it is that you notice. What is it that we need for practice today? As you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up above your head. And then with exhale breath, right hand to the earth and reach the left arm up and over, side bending. And we can play with the side bend here, rolling the chest forward or taking the heart to the sky, playing with the left arm, just wherever you need to move and take the shape to bring in left side body space. We'll inhale up through center and then same thing, opposite side. Opening the shoulder, rounding forward, little cat pose sensation. Playing with the arm, just working into right side body lengthening and spaciousness. We'll inhale back up through center and then take a simple twist. Left arm can reach across towards the right thigh. Again, spine upright, spine long. Breathe in to reach up through center and then exhale, simple twist, opposite direction. Keep the chest wide, both shoulders reaching down and back, and maintain distance between the tailbone and the crown of the head. We'll reach up again, lengthen the spine, draw the belly in, and then with exhale, shift forward to all fours. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, heart open, gaze up. Exhale, rounding into cat. And back and forth, just warming into the spine here, warming into the breath, right? Always making the shapes your own. We'll eventually tuck toes underneath, send the hips up and back towards downward facing dog. And we're working into the side bodies a lot today, so if we want to get playful with the down dog and work into the side body, maybe we're not just pedaling out the feet, but bringing in movement into the arms. We could take a deep inhale breath, lift up towards the balls of the feet, lift the heels, and then with exhale, both knees to the left, heels to the right. Keep pressing length into the spine, and then we'll switch sides. Knees to the right, heels to the left. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, heels to the earth, downward facing dog. From your down dog, look to the front of the mat, and then little baby steps up to ragdoll. So feet hips width distance as you arrive, bend the knees, and then hang the spine, hang the head. We can grab opposite elbows here. Bring in a little movement, little side to side sway, right? Whatever it takes to help bring in a little extra length to the spine. Allow top of the head to release down towards the earth. Play around with the feet a little bit. Aware of connection between soles of the feet and the mat. And then with exhale breath, hands release down, little deeper forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, lengthen, open the chest, the hearts, and then breath out, fold in a little deeper. Inhale, rise up through a flat back to mountain pose. And then with exhale breath, right hand grabs the left wrist and we'll draw the left arm over into a side body stretch. And here in the side stretching, we can get playful again as we did seated on the knees in Virasana, or just working awareness of feet level and even to the floor. We'll inhale, reach up, and then exhale, switch sides. Let the left hand this time pull the right arm long, feeling the stretch all the way down into the right side body. Heart open, gaze upward. Inhale up to center again, and then breath out. Bend knees, forward fold. Inhale, breath. Place the left hand to the center of the mat and then lift right fingertips up to the sky. You can use that bottom left hand to push into the earth, to press into the twist. So here the left knee is deeply bent, right leg long, right? So it's right arm skyward, right leg straight. And then we'll switch sides. So right hand plants, left leg goes straight as left arm reaches up towards the sky. Open the heart for this twist. Stretching into the outer hip here as well as we press into the right hand and open up through the heart, the chest. With exhale breath, we bring the hands down, return to a forward fold, soften both knees. Inhale, half lift, and then breath out. Step it back to a high plank hold. Always love, first time through Chaturanga Dandasana, to spend a little extra time in high plank. Engaging the core, strengthening the push through the arms, getting a little wider across the chest, right? And then this time, Ashtangasana, knees come down, the chest, the chin. We'll inhale for a heart open Bhujangasana, low cobra. And then exhale, breath, forehead down, tuck the toes, return to downward facing dog. And of course, that transition can be your choice, whatever you would like. Every time, anytime. From down dog, we'll take an inhale breath to reach right leg long to the sky this time. And then with exhale, step the right foot through, let the left knee, back knee come down. Inhale, arms reach up skyward, Anjaneyasana. And it might feel good to let hips melt forward, downward as we open the front of the body, right? Front body opening from left thigh all the way up through the chest, the chin. Might feel good to press back, a little more upright. Keep the 90-degree angle on right knee. With exhale breath, shifting back to Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. And any variation of half splits here, right? What's going to help? Just lengthen into the back of the right leg. Hold length in your spine. From our half splits, leave the legs as they are. We'll crawl both hands all the way around towards the left-hand side of the mat. We spin on that left knee. So left shin parallel to the back of the mat. Right heel to the front. And then inhale, left arm to the sky, heart open twist. With exhale, thread the needle. So in this threaded needle shape, the right arm could reach out forward. It could take a little half bind here, in which we tuck the right fingertips inside of the left thigh. And we might reach the left hand towards the right big toe as well. So double bind in this variation, this shape, or any variation that suits you. As we release, we'll bring hands to the earth. To come back to upright, legs stay, right hand to right hip, left arm up and over for a side body stretch. And we're looking here just to create left side body spaciousness, right? So do what you'd like to with that long right leg, flex or point the toes, right hand to the hip, or right arm can reach out as well. And then bend the right knee and open up to a little half frog shape. So this is almost like a knee down side angle pose. Right arm inside right thigh, heart open, left arm skyward. Yeah, that right fingertips don't need to be on the floor. Left hand comes down. We frame the right foot, left toes face forward. And then inhale breath, step it up to your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, breath, side bend. With breath, inhale through center. Exhale, breath, side bend. Inhale through center. With breath out, forward fold. Breath in is a half lift. Open the heart. Breath out, your Chaturanga Dandasana, Ashtavakrasana again, or any other transition back to downward facing dog. Few breaths in downward facing dog, resetting here in this neutral shape. And then with inhale breath, we'll take left leg long to the sky. And with exhale, left foot through, back knee, right knee comes down. Inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Melting the hips forward, downward, or pressing yourself into a little more upright. Choose the shape that serves your body best, that serves your intention best. Breathe in, and then with exhale breath, shift it back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Any shape here in half splits. Lengthening the left leg. And then left leg stays as it is. This time we crawl both hands around to the right. So we're spinning on that right shin, back leg. Inhale, right arm long to the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle. The right fingertips can reach through towards your left toes. Left arm forward, or left arm can find that little half bind crawling inside the right thigh. And do let your right cheek, right temple just rest on the earth as we work with the bind or no bind to open up into this twisted shape. From here, we'll release the arms. Let the hands help press you back to upright, but the legs stay. And then this time, the right arm sweeps up and over for a side bend stretch. So left hand to left hip, or left hand along the long left leg there. Pointer flex to left toes, it's up to you. Just working into right side body spaciousness. That's the goal with this posture. We'll inhale, reach up. Bend the left knee and then find that half frog. So there's a lot of action here, pressing the left arm inside of the left thigh, back and forth, right? That helps press the chest, the heart open. We could look up. And then releasing from here, we'll bring both hands to the earth to frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes at the back of your mat. From this low lunge, breathe in, step up to a half lift. And then exhale, forward fold. With breath, inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back to center. Breath out, side bend. Inhale to center, lengthen, and then exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, high plank to low plank. And then your inhale is a low cobra or an upward facing dog. Or we skip this whole sequence here, right? And just breathe out to return back to downward facing dog. And again, a few resting breaths back here in down dog, breathing in and out through your nose. From downward facing dog, we'll inhale the right heel up long towards the sky. And then with exhale breath, bend your right knee. Take the right knee further skyward, stacking the hips. We can keep pressing evenly through both palms, arms long, or intentionally tent the right fingertips from the earth, opening bigger into the right side body. With inhale, lengthen again, square off the hips, and then exhale to step the right foot through. Inhale to high lunge, reaching up through the fingertips, letting the hips melt downward. Sense of lifting through the heart. And then with exhale breath, right hand to right hip and left arm reaches up and over. Nice long side bend. Keep squeezing the right knee towards the midline. Keep dropping the hips down towards earth. With inhale breath, we'll reach up to high lunge again. Get centered, get stable. And then with exhale breath, warrior two, opening up. So right toes forward, and then reach the right and left fingertips long, long, long to the front and the back of the space. Let that reach of the arms expand you across the chest. With inhale breath, we'll reverse the warrior. Left hand can just gently rest on the back of the left thigh, or we can reach left fingertips in towards a little half bind. That half bind accessible if the right hip stays nice and low. With exhale, side angle, the half bind could stay, or we lift the left fingertips up towards the sky. Just find a nice line here from the knife edge of left foot all the way out through left fingertips, whatever we end up doing with that top left arm, and a sense of rotating, reaching, twisting heart to the sky. Heart towards the earth as we plant left hand, and then inhale right fingertip skyward, low lunge twist. And then exhale, plant both hands, sweep the right leg up and back. Maybe it's Ekapada, Chaturanga Dandasana, the one leg variation here, or your favorite transition back to downward facing dog. With inhale breath, we'll take the left heel up long towards the sky. With exhale, bend the left knee, stack the hips. So left heel reaches towards the right shoulder or right glute. We can get a little playful with the left fingertips, tent that hand. What feels good and invites in openness to the left side body. We'll inhale, straighten left leg, and then exhale, left foot steps through between the hands. Inhale, high lunge, reach up, lift up, rise up, and let the hips, the shoulders drop down a little bit. With exhale breath, left hand, left hip, right arm up and over this time for a side body stretch. So keep the hips level as they go low, low, low. And then breathe into right side body spaciousness. Keep squeezing left thigh towards center. With inhale breath, we'll reach up through both arms. Come back to your high lunge. And then exhale to a warrior two, opening up, rooting both feet, left toes forward, knife edge of right foot planted, and stretching wide across the chest, the heart, the arms. Inhale, breath, reverse warrior, so it's left arm up and back this time. And the right hand can just gently release on that back right leg. Or find a little half bind by sweeping the right fingertips inside the left thigh. Keep dropping the hips low. Recommit to that left knee bend if we've lifted out of it. And then exhale breath, left hand down to side angle. So any variation here, side angle, right? Again, feeling that press of left hand, left arm inside left knee and vice versa. Right arm half bound or right arm to the sky, heart open, twisting, reaching skyward. And then exhale breath, both hands plant to frame the left foot. Inhale, left arm to the sky for a twist. Keep lifting up through right hip, strengthening and lengthening right leg. And then we'll bring that left arm down, sweep the left leg back. Ekapada, Chaturanga Dandasana. To an inhale, up dog. To an exhale, down dog. Or some other playful variation. From down dog, reset with the breath. And then this time we'll inhale, lift the heels, deep bend the knees. And with exhale, bring your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Big toes touching. Inhale, half lift. Breath out, fold in deeper, deep bend the knees. And then inhale, chair pose. Let a little fire, a little heat build in the legs here, the thighs. Draw the belly and the low ribs in. And as you reach up with the arms, keep that side body squeezed to help draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. And then step the feet hips width distance apart. Deep bend the knees. We'll plant the left hand to center and then right leg straight as we inhale, right fingertips up to the sky. This time, option to flip the right palm and then find that half bind. Right fingertips to the inside of left thigh. Perhaps the half bind can help leverage you into a bigger twist here, a little more of heart towards the side. And then exhale, fold, switch sides. So this time right hand plants. Inhale, left arm to the sky, open up to the twist. And then we could flip the left palm, sweep across the low back, fingertips towards the inside of right thigh. Right knee is deeply, deeply bent, right? And then sometimes there's greater access here to the half bind if we pick up the right heel and come to the ball of the right foot. So it's left leg straight, left arm skyward or left arm bounds. And then exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half lift. Breath out, chaturanga, to downward facing dog. So similar sequence to what we just did, this time moving with the breath in mind a little bit more. We'll inhale, right leg long to the sky. And then with exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Again, we could get playful with the right hand, tent the right fingertips, or play with releasing the right hand off the earth altogether without flipping the dog. Just a little playful balance there. And then right hand down, inhale, reach back. Exhale, step through. Inhale, high lunge with breath out, side bend, right hand to right hip. And then we prayer twist this time. So we're extending, reaching the left arm outside of the right thigh. And then using the hands in prayer or hands interlaced, any hand variation to help press the chest open and press the right shoulder down and back. We'll inhale back up to high lunge, and with exhale breath, warrior two, open up. Inhale, reverse warrior, half bind or no. Exhale, side angle. Again, half bind or no, or full bind by sweeping the right arm under the right thigh and then opening up again. So the effect of the full bind is to open the heart further into the twist, the left shoulder up and back. And then we'll plant left hand to the earth. Inhale, right arm skyward for a low lunge twist. And then exhale, right hand inside right thigh for lizard pose. So choose your shape here. The back knee, left knee can come down. We can stay on the palms, nice and open across the collarbone, the chest, or we could come down to forearms to elbows. The right toes forward and the right thigh hugging in, or the right toes out, right knee out as we reach right arm to the sky, just inviting in an extra twist here. Right hand rainbowing back towards the base of the spine, or follow that reach, that arc of right hand all the way back to the left foot. Front body opening, heart skyward here, breathing. And then with exhale breath, we'll plant the hands. Sweep the right leg back and then take your transition through to downward facing dog. Reset with breath. Equal pressure through the hands, the feet, right and left, front and back. And then inhale breath, left leg long to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, stack. Invite in as much spaciousness to that left side body as you'd like to play with. Maybe a little balance here. It's kind of a funky side angle, side plank, not quite flipped dog shape. Can we avoid flipping the dog? And then left hand goes back, left leg extends, and we breathe out to step the left foot through. Inhale, high lunge, reach up, rise up. Exhale, side bend, left hand to left hip. From side bend, draw the right arm across to the outside of the left thigh. So we're here in our high lunge prayer twist, working the thumbs towards heart center. And then from our prayer twist, stable and low in the hips, as we inhale back to high lunge, reach up, and then exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale, breath, reverse warrior, half bind or not, and then exhale, side angle, half bind or no bind, Or play with the full bind by sweeping the left arm underneath the left thigh and then having the hands meet each other out there behind the left hip. So letting the bind help pull the right shoulder down and back even more, heart towards the sky. And then from heart skyward, we bring heart towards earth, right hand towards earth. Inhale, left arm reaches open, twist. Exhale, lizard pose, left hand inside left thigh. So the back knee, right knee can come down, those toes can untuck. And then a little bit of just hips melting down towards the earth as the spine here stays long and the chest stays open. Option to intentionally spin left toes, left knee out, and then take the left arm to the sky. Working the heart open almost always. And we can reach around and back towards the base of the spine or reach around and back towards that back right foot. With the thumb up, left thumb up, you're leaving the heart open as you grab for the pinky toe side of the right foot. Front body opening here. From right knee all the way up through the chest. And then exhale, breath, hands plant. Sweep the left leg up and back. Chaturanga Dandasana. To inhale, up dog. Breath out, down dog. From down dog, take a cycle of breath to slow down, reset. And then inhale, look to the front. Exhale, breath forward, fold. Breath in is a nice heart open half lift. Breath out, we'll fold in again, big toes touching. Inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips low, sweep the arms high. This time breathe out to take the hands to the heart and we'll invite in a twist. Notice how the hips, the knees all want to join in on your twist. Can we hold hips and knees level? Equal pressure in both heels here as we work the heart around. And then hips can stay low as we reach back up through center and then breathe out to switch sides. Hips could stay low as you inhale, reach back up to center or rise up all the way and then exhale, forward fold. Step the feet hips width distance apart again, big toes parallel, knees bent, knees soft. And then left hand plants at center, inhale, right arm to the sky. This time play with that half bind again, right fingertips inside left thigh, or play with a full bind. So in the full bound version, right leg straight, left knee deeply, deeply bent. And then the left arm reaches underneath left thigh, hands meet each other outside left thigh. Exhales, release, shake things out. And then right hand plants, inhale, left arm to the sky, left leg straight, right leg deeply, deeply bent. Play with the half bind or sweep right arm under right thigh for the full bind. So every time we're working with binds, hopefully the bind invites in more spaciousness to the chest, helps that left shoulder reach down and back a little bit more. And if that's not the case, we can do without the bind. What we're looking for here is the twist, the sense of heart to the sky. With exhale breath, we'll release. Inhale, half lift, reset, and then breath out, chaturanga, to up dog, to down dog. So after that reset of breath in down dog, similar sequence, adding on. We'll inhale, right leg long to the sky. Exhale, bend and stack. This time maybe a slow, controlled flip of the dog or wild thing. Right, playfully opening the heart, the chest here. And then plant the right hand again. Right leg reaches skyward. Hips come back to square. Exhale, right foot steps through. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, right hand, right hip, left arm up and over. Find the prayer twist. Inhale, back to high lunge, and with your breath out, warrior two. Inhale, breath is reverse, half bind or not. Exhale, breath, side angle. So here, half bind or full bind or no bind. And then look down ahead of the right big toe for stability. From side angle, we step up to half moon pose. So perhaps through that transition, we can hold half bind or full bind, or we might need to release the bind to play with a more stable half moon, more stable transition, right? And we're going for the full bind here. I'm going for the full bind here. And if your body is anything like mine, some days we get it, some days we don't. Some days there's a little problem with balance, right? But play with it. Play with it. That's the beauty of at-home practice. We can play with a hand to foot bind. There's no right or wrong way here. Shoulder open, thumb up, shoulder closed, thumb down. Grab the foot any which way you'd like. What we're mainly looking for is the front body opening, that sense of left over right hip, heart open. And then we exit to warrior two. Take a breath in to rise up, spin the toes in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Breath in, half lift. And breath out, low lunge at the back of the mat. We'll step it up to halfway lift, feet together. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, rise up, mountain pose. We're facing the back of the mat now. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pick up the right knee, then come to tree pose. And we have been playing with side bends, playing with twists. So maybe there's a playful side bending tree pose for you today. Right hand to right hip, left arm up and over, or any other left arm, right arm variation. The right arm could reach out to the side as well. Playing with stability in the low body as we side bend over to the right. And then inhale back to center. Right knee comes to center. And then we hold the right leg in place by reaching left arm across, and we twist, reaching back with right hand, or reach back with the eyes. And you can always switch the grip from the outer right thigh to the outside of the right foot, knife edge of right foot. Release, come back to center, and then both feet grounded. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reset. Exhale, hands to the heart. Left knee lifts. This time, slow step the left foot all the way back to a high lunge. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, right hand, right hip, side bend. Breathe in for a little more length, and then find your prayer twist from the side bend. In prayer twist, we'll open the arms. So here we're prepping, baby stepping towards a bound prayer twist, right? So I'm not quite there, but the left arm is reaching underneath right thigh, and the right arm is reaching behind me. Maybe those arms stay and connect, maybe they don't. We can still play with working towards the connection as we step up to a revolved half moon. So half bound, full bound, no bound here, and revolved half moon. And a no bound, revolved half moon is left hand grounded, right fingertips skyward. So hips square to the earth as we open up the heart towards the sky. We'll step it back to a low lunge again. And then crawl to the front low lunge, left leg faces forward. Sweep left leg back, tripod down dog. From here, any transition to return to downward facing dog. Reset, same sequence, other side. We'll take a big breath in to take left heel up long to the sky. And then exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Controlled as we slow go towards wild thing, flipped dog. Reaching the left hand forward, heart towards the sky. And then the left hand finds the earth again as we control. Bring that left leg skyward again with breath out. Left foot steps through between the hands. Inhale, high lunge, reach up, rise up. Exhale, side bend, left hand, left hip. Reach with a breath in, and then exhale, prayer twist. Just that one breath out here. Inhale, back to high lunge, reach up. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Your breath in is a reverse. Breath out, side angle, and again, playing with half bind or full bind, and maybe you can hold the half or full bind as you step on up to half moon pose. We'll give it a little bit of time to play with half moon balance here. Full bind here, the left arm's going to come inside the left leg, and then the hands will meet each other behind you underneath the right thigh. You can play with any half moon shape. And if you want to just bind the right hand to the right foot, that's an option as well. Just let the heart press open. Let the hips stack. Breathe in. And then your exhale breath is a release to warrior two, warrior two. With inhale, we'll rise up, spin the toes in, and then exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half lift. Exhale, crawl to a low lunge at the back of your mat. And then big inhale, we'll step it up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Next inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Breath out, hands to the heart. This time the left foot lifts to a tree pose. And if we want to play with a side bend variation of tree, we can take left hand to left hip and reach the right arm up and over. Level in the hips, stable in the low body as we breathe into right side body space. Home practice is a great way to play with all of the standing balance postures without bruising the ego when you fall. We'll release. Take the hands to the heart, left knee forward, and then hold that left leg as it is by reaching the right arm across. Left fingertips open into a standing twist. And we can always release the right hand from left thigh and grab to the knife edge of the left foot instead. So hips forward, heart sideways. Therein we find our twist. Driving strong down through the right foot, standing leg. And then we release back to center. Reset by sweeping the arms up, Tadasana. And then exhale, hands to heart, right knee lifts. We'll take a slow reach back to our high lunge. Left foot forward, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand, left hip, side bend, and then find your prayer twist. So in prayer twist here, we play with opening the arms as a prep for reaching the left arm all the way around behind you towards a full bind. So maybe the hands reach towards each other, maybe they don't quite. With or without that connection between the hands, right? We can hold that sense of the bind as we step on up towards revolved half moon. So I'm still trying to maintain pressure between the left thigh and right arm, revolved half moon. Or let the right hand come to earth for stability, and then reach the left arm to the sky. Hips square to the earth, and then the heart twisting up towards the sky. And if we want to play with a bind here, that's always an option too. Lifted leg to lifted arm. When you're done playing around, we'll step it back again to low lunge. And then just crawl both hands to the right, come all the way to the front, low lunge. Breathe in, open the chest, and then sweep that right leg up and back. Downward facing dog is where we will meet. So give yourself a few slow cycles of breath in and out through the nose here in down dog, allowing things to intentionally begin to slow down. And then as you're ready, we'll breathe in to send right heel long to the sky. This time, exhale, breath, half pigeon pose. Right knee lines up there behind right wrist. Crawl the left leg back nice and long, and then square off the hips, the heart to the front of your mat. And with exhale, breath, we'll forward fold, bringing the forehead down towards the earth. And if you'd like to continue with this twisting theme here, hands could crawl not just straight forward, but all the way off the right hand side of your mat. Maybe left hand on top of the right, as we just bring some extra lengthening between the left big toe and the left fingertips, working long into the left side body. And when you're ready to switch sides, bring the hands back to center, tuck the back toes, downward dog, right? Some people love a full vinyasa here, or we can just simply step it back. And then whenever you're ready, on your own time, left leg goes skyward, left knee comes through up there behind left wrist. If the left shin is not parallel to the top of your mat, then just go ahead and point the toes as we forward fold. Hands to the front, or we can keep the side bending theme going and crawl both hands all the way off the left hand corner of the mat. Right hand on top of the left for a little bit of extra lengthening between the right toes and the right fingertips. Allow yourself to breathe deeply. Breathe freely, perhaps here, letting go a little bit of the control of the breath. And always in and out through the nose if possible. Just lets your body get the cue that things are safe and we can calm the central nervous system and let things slow down. And then we'll bring the hands back to the top of the mat. Tuck back toes. Maybe it's a good opportunity for a final vinyasa, or just a simple return to downward facing dog. Moving based on what your body feels, based on what intention was today. And then from downward facing dog, we take a big inhale, forward shift to a strong high plank pose. Get real wide across the chest. Take knees down if you need to, and then slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Chin can stay centered. As we sweep the arms back, palms face down. Point the toes strongly. Press tops of the feet down, down, down into the earth. And then inhale, lift the back of the heart, the chin, lift the hands. Pinky fingers reaching in towards center, towards each other. Interlace the fingers for the bind. Half Shalabhasana, Ardha Shalabhasana. Press the tops of the feet down to leverage the heart skyward a little bit more. And then with breath out, we release one cheek to the earth. And the arms, the legs go easy. Arms by your side. And if you're still holding on to that little bit of control over the breath, just let things go here. Feel the heartbeat against the mat. Notice the rise and fall of the back side of the heart, back side of the chest. Give yourself that nice moment of rest. And then with ease, bring the chin back to center, flip the palms face down. Starts the same way, lifting just the heart, the hands, maybe take that bind. And then option to lift the heels as well. Just point the toes strongly. So we're reaching limbs long, long, long to the back of the space behind you. Back of the neck long. Gaze could still be low towards earth, off the top edge of your mat. And when you're ready to release, let it all go. The opposite cheek can come down. Arms by your side. Wiggle out what you need to wiggle out. And let go, let go. This movement, yoga, as the joyful practice of learning to let go. And we'll bring the chin back to center, forehead down, hands under shoulders, and then press yourself back to a child's pose. We can keep reaching the fingertips forward or sweep the hands back to cup the heels. Knees in towards each other or knees out wide. What feels better in your hips? From child's pose, we slowly rise up to seated on knees, back to Virasana where we started. So knees together, feet out wide, sitting on the heels themselves or sitting in between the heels. We'll reach back, tent fingertips to the earth and push the heart to the sky. I love this little bridge pose prep, camel pose prep. If you want a little bit more heart opening, the heels of the earth can make their way all the way down to the ground, or the hips can press up, the shins, the knees, the tops of the feet, all pressing down towards the earth. Chin can stay towards the chest, back of the neck still long. And then release the hips down, come back to upright. And it feels nice to take just a moment of pause here with the hands face up on the thighs. And just noticing the body's reaction to that strong heart opening. Not labeling anything as good or bad, just present with what is. When we're ready to move on, sitting the hips to one side. For Paschimottanasana, we'll swing the legs around in front. Knees can stay bent, feet flex. We'll reach up to lengthen the spine and then exhale, forward fold. So we could grab here to the heels, the balls of the feet, the toes, the shins. Or we could just let go, drop elbows and palms to the earth. Let the forehead release down. And invite in a little rounding to the spine to relax. Do less. And if your home practice, of course, stay in this shape for as long as you would like to. If these cool down stretches feel good, by all means, extend them. We're going to move through quickly because it's a video. But stay here for as long as you like. There's no such thing as falling behind. We'll inhale, rise up, and then come all the way down to the back. Draw the knees into the chest. Maybe there's a little wiggle side to side before you bring your arms out to a T and then take a supine twist. So knees go one way and the chin goes the other way. You can always hold your gaze, chin just straight up to the sky here. And you know your variations of this twist, several of them. But mindful of whether or not we're trying to do more here, do extra. Can we just settle down at this point, do less, let go? Stay in the twist longer if you like to, or draw the knees up high into the chest and then switch sides. Again, we're moving through these shapes pretty quickly. If you're at home, stay. Take a moment for the whole body to just feel a little heavier, as if it's melting down towards earth. We'll bring the knees back to center for a final hug in, squeeze in, gentle or super tight, grabbing to the knife edge of opposite feet and drawing the nose of the forehead in towards the knees. From that tight ball, exhaling to Shavasana. And at home, add your pillows under the knees, behind the heart, behind the head. Throw on a blanket and do rest in this Shavasana for as long as you would like. For the purposes of this video, we'll begin to close the practice. Slowly exploring and breathing back into this newly created body. Point the toes, sweep the arms up overhead. We could take a little supine half moon here, twisting towards one side, opposite side body long, back and forth. Eventually, knees draw up into the chest and we'll roll to one side. A little moment of pause. Moment of gratitude. Gratitude for the practice, for all the benefits we've received, for the ability to have a home practice, a mobile practice that can be with us wherever it is that we go. And then as you're ready, pressing down on the top arm to push yourself back up to a comfortable seat. And do this final step at home. Check in. Bring your hands to your heart or just stay seated in meditation for a little bit. Dedicate your practice and all the benefits you've received to the wellness of all beings everywhere. Thank you so much for joining us for this online half moon and revolved half moon class. Om Ah Hum. You can always see more at bajasurfyoga.com or join us for a future retreat.